However, there was no Happy New Year for the travelling fans who spent the first day of 2011 at a bitterly cold Britannia Stadium.
Subtle glance there from Jones. I think it was meant. This is Etherington. Gets the ball in. Kenwyne Jones has scored for Stoke City. Well, he's been threatening quite a bit, Kenwyne Jones, supplying others in the air. But this time, it was a powerful header after Etherington managed to wriggle free on the left-hand side. Plenty of red shirts back, Stoke City. Arteta. Pienaar. Baines making a run down the left-hand side in plenty of space. Here's Leighton Baines. Good ball in, excellent ball in, great chance! Wide of the target. Tim Cahill holds his head in his hands. It was a super ball in by Leighton Baines. And normally you'd put your house on Tim Cahill, at least finding the target from that kind of position. Was a difficult angle, but he couldn't get the ball on target. And another chance goes begging for Everton. They've had them. Up in the air by Jones. Fuller there. Oh, it's an own goal. In 2 games, Everton concede an own goal. Phil Jagielka. Jones won the header. It was just a looper in the air. Fuller went for it. And a bit of a debate there between Jagielka and the goalkeeper about perhaps who should have done what.
Really frustrating, because I think MD who watched the game would have seen, you know, especially in the first half we played really well. Second half we huffed and puffed a little bit, but still I thought we're the more liable to get a goal of MD.
Watching Everton was turning into a real roller coaster ride. Blues bounced right back a magnificent win against Tottenham Hotspur at Goodison just 4 days later.
Louis Saha. Worth a go at it! Well, no, Van der Vaart! And Van der Vaart was unmarked. Distal. Surely. Save! Chance! Yes, it's there! Finally, Seamus Coleman. And Seamus. It home by Seamus Coleman. Delight and relief, I've no doubt.
It was a brilliant game. I really enjoyed it as well. I've said a couple of times, you know, I've not quite enjoyed some of the games we've been at, but tonight it was all action. You know, we made lots of opportunities and, you know, missed some chances. They did as well. But I think MD who's watched Tottenham this year have been really impressed by the way they played, and they've done it again tonight. But I thought tonight we just topped them. We sort of matched them, and lucky enough we got that 1 goal more than them.
Great game to watch. What was it like to play in?
It was hard work to play in, you know, very tough game. Tottenham have been going well, so it was tough work.
You got the winning goal. Tell us about it.
You know, Louis had a shot on the edge of the box, and I just thought, you know, I might follow this in and get some rebounds, and lucky enough it did, and I got my head on it, and thank God it went in.
Coleman, a real comic book hero. The young man was maturing into a Premier League star.
Love playing every Saturday, you know, and getting a lot of games has been great. Obviously this season was a bit slow to start, but we've started to do well now. But personally, it's been great for me.
If we go right back to the start in your Premier League debut against Fulham, obviously you had a couple of tastes of Premier League action, but how important was it for you, for the manager to say you're starting down at Craven Cottage?
Yeah, it was great. You know, I wasn't expecting it really. We had a midweek game and against Brentford the week before, you know, and then he told me I was playing just the morning of the game, so I was delighted. Obviously it was as a right midfielder, which I wasn't expecting, but you know, I enjoyed it, and to make my full Premier League debut was something I've been always waiting for.
The match against Tottenham Hotspur was the last in an Everton jersey for Steven Pienaar. The South African international was in the last year of his contract, and an offer from ironically Tottenham Hotspur was too good to refuse. Apart from that deal, it was a quiet January for Everton. Yakubu joined Leicester City on loan. James Vaughan linked up with Crystal Palace, again for a second temporary deal. And on the credit side, Apostolos Velios signed from Greece. The FA Cup third round took Everton to Scunthorpe United. The Irons were bottom of the Championship, but Everton still needed to be totally professional in their approach. They were, and it showed.
Saha wants it again, and a man on. And, Coleman did well to control that there. This is Fellaini though. Now Saha, shooting range for him. Tries and scores. Great start for Everton. 3.5 minutes of the game gone, and Louis Saha gets his second goal in 2 games and gets Everton off to a flying start against Scunthorpe United. Osman. Baines on his left-hand side. Great ball in, great goal! Super goal by Jermaine Beckford. And Jermaine Beckford, well, not too much of a celebration from him because he was a hero here back in the past when he played on loan from Leeds United in a 3-month spell, but that was the slightest of touches. And the second goal that Everton have wanted. Good ball through the middle and an early chance, and Scunthorpe United, incredibly, right at the start of the second half, have got one back. Beckford now with Rains marking him. Rains, former captain of Stockport County, which is where Scunthorpe signed him from. Now chance for Beckford to cross if he wants to. He does, header! Yes, it's there from Seamus Coleman. The fans behind the goal knew it was going to be in as soon as it came off the head of Coleman. Back to Baines. Lovely ball forward, neat layoff. This is Fellaini. Beckford, I think, wants it back. Fellaini tries his luck. And the roars behind the goal before the ball actually crossed the line and hit the back of the net told you that it was going to be Scunthorpe 1, Everton 4, and Marouane Fellaini scores Everton's 4. But just decided to have a pop here, and his shot was too well placed and too strong for Joey Murphy. Gay. Lovely ball, finding Baines. Oh, beauty from Leighton Baines. Absolute beauty. It's a nap hand. And Everton there just showing the difference in quality between these two teams. It was a goal created beautifully, set up by Maguire Gay and finished by Leighton Baines. Angled the ball back beautifully, took his time, lifted it over Murphy. And it's Scunthorpe 1, Everton 5.
When I was playing full back, I like to attack anyway, you know, so going up the pitch, it is a bit different. You've got to pick up different positions and that, but when you have the likes of Tony Hibbert and Phil Neville behind you in the games, you know, they talk you through it and they tell you what positions to be in, so it's always a great help. And when I get it, you know, I just try and get at the full back and get a cross in or something, you know.
I think we've been threatening that sort of result for a while, and just pleasing to get the goals today that we've maybe missed in other games and go through to the next round.
The return Merseyside derby featured a new manager. Dalglish needed a late penalty to take a point from David Moyes.
Torres for Liverpool, great chance, hits the post, still a chance. Off Distan, and there aren't many who can do that. Dirk Kuyt, Howard, Kuyt again, comes out to Morelos. It's a goal. Liverpool take the lead through Raul Morelos. Makes his run into the middle. Oh, it's in, it's a goal, it's an equaliser. Right at the start of the second half, we're always carrying that threat right away from his marker. Johnson couldn't keep it from going across the line. Has scored his first league clearance in English football. Well, David Moyes clearly had something to say to. Into Beckford, great chance! It's a goal for Everton! What a turnaround! 6 minutes of the second half gone. From 1-0 down, Everton are 2-1 up. Wriggle the ball into Beckford. Lovely play from Osman to set it up. Marama challenge from Anichebe. Ball in. Claims for a penalty. What is given a penalty? Should have scored. In that sort of situation, Kuyt against Howard. And Dirk Kuyt has scored.
In the first half, we could be 2 or 3 goals down. We showed good reaction at half-time. Came back strong and conceded a late penalty, but I think overall it was a good game for us. We show a good character, I think, and quite happy, you know. We won at home and we drew here, so it's okay.
I think it's a game which we could have lost if you looked at our performance in the first half, and I think if you looked at the second half performance, you could say, well, Everton are probably a little bit unlucky not to have taken all 3 points.
What changed at the start of that second half then for you?
Well, I think there was players playing at Anfield for the first time, and I think some of them looked like that. You know, one or two of them looked as if they were quite anxious about it. We never really got to the pitch of the game, and obviously Liverpool had to. You know, they had to come out, and we made the players aware of that. But I think once we got in at half time, a little bit fortunate only to be 1-0 down. But I thought once we were still in the game, and we got them rallied at half time, and had a word with them, and they done a great job in the second half. They played terrific in the second half.
The following weekend, it was Everton who needed a late rescue act. Struggling West Ham looked to have sprung an upset until Marouane Fellaini timed his first goal of the season to perfection.
Problem here for Everton. Boamorte, Spectre, and Jonathan Spectre of play has put West Ham United in front. Nods it square. Billy Epton, yes, and found the pressure told for Everton. Header. And after at one end, Everton having a great chance to make it 2-1, West Ham United have now taken the lead. And Piquion is on his way off the pitch. Well, how daft can you get? Absolutely ridiculous that he was going to get a card if he celebrated like that. And he still went ahead and did it. Flicked on Fellaini. Still Fellaini. It's there! Marouane Fellaini's third goal of the season. His first Premier League goal since December 2009 against Sunderland has earned Everton a point. There's a great finish from flicked on by Rodwell. Fellaini battling his way to... It was a super finish by Fellaini.
We brought Billy on, and what a great goal. And you know, we've missed that because Billy scored his 8 or 9 goals last year, and you know, he's had a little bit of problem trying to get back in the side. But I've said to him, you know, keep playing, he'll get in. His training's been terrific. He's been a brilliant lad, you know. His work's been great, and you know, he earned that today. His goal was a great goal, lovely struck goal.
Evertonians are used to doing things the hard way, and once again the draw for the FA Cup hadn't been kind. The holders Chelsea were the 4th round visitors to Goodison.
Warned of the danger of his fellow Frenchman being around by the crowd, as Anelka came back to challenge. The ball by Arteta. Now, chance for Everton here. Neville with space. Looking for Billy Epton, off a header. Didn't really have the power behind it to test Petrocek to a great extent, but it was a decent effort by Billy Epton. Saha fouled surely, but play on, says the referee, because Louis Saha still going forward here. Oh, pity, just couldn't have checked into the path of Billy Epton, but Everton still have it. Arteta's shot. I think Petrocek had that covered. Space here for Mikel Arteta. And full length. Distan in there. Fellaini, of course, up there as well. Keeping the ball away from Czech. It's there! Fantastic header from Louis Saha. Great header from Saha. Czech never flinched. He had no chance of stopping that. And it was a great header from Everton centre forward. Well, he scored in the FA Cup final defeat in 2009 against Chelsea. Has Louis Saha exacted revenge? Great header, really good header. 17 minutes of the second half gone. Delight from David Moyes and the Everton bench. Can Everton capitalise on a corner again? Baines to take it. Fellaini. Rodwell couldn't hook it away, and cleared by Kalou. This is Anelka. Drogba racing through the middle, but it's gone over on the far side. Problem here for Everton. This is Kalou. Oh, and he's scored. Solomon Kalou has come on the field and got the equaliser. Well, Chelsea at their most dangerous when they're attacking at one end of the field. And they've broken down the other, and Solomon Kalou has got the equaliser.
No, it's not a bad result, and Chelsea will know that they've had a game as well, and a tough game, and you know, we'll go into the game down there, and if we play as well as we have played in recent games against them, then we'll have a good chance.